Just waiting for the New York Open. We had some 8:30 news. Here's the news candle. Looks like we had a nice pop up. I've just been chopping around for the past half hour. I'll try to show some of the highlights from yesterday later on in this video as well. Pretty much the same exact setup here. Got a 1 minute, a 5 minute, and a 60 minute. I've got the new version of the fluxometer. It's back in action. Been testing it the past few mornings. No delay, everything's good. It's even faster than the original. The new version of the fluxometer is available in your WAP user area. So you can download that and import it into your NinjaTrader and replace the old version. Should be good to go. Then I've got a 1 minute MNQ chart that I'm going to be taking my trades on. I've got the delta percentage on this chart showing me the washouts and diversions for the delta percentage. Then I've also got some experimental indicator that I'm playing around with. And I got the key levels so I can see the level differences between the micros and the regular NQ. This new experimental indicator that's on the chart, it's based off of my love for Bollinger Bands. I used to love to put Bollinger Bands on all kinds of different things. Market's open, get some mixed signals here. Wicks on both sides, tiny little body on the 1 minute. But the charts have been running super smooth. Past few mornings, no issues. Besides yesterday, my whole NinjaTrader shut down because Tradeify crashed apparently. Glad I wasn't in a trade when it crashed. I sent NinjaTrader the log error and they said it was because of one of their prop firm data providers. So it's too bad Tradeify's been having all these issues lately. Rhythmic used to be the one that had all the issues. Tradeify's been running smooth ever since I've used it up till the past couple weeks. Mixed bag on the deltas with the NQ and the ES. Mixed bag, mixed bag, mixed bag. Green, red, red, green, red, green. Just giving it a little bit of room to figure out what it wants to do. Got into a long down here, right above this 50% line from the MMT 50/50. Just based off the news reaction from 8:30, how we've just been chopping back and forth here all morning long so far. Thought we'd get an initial reaction in this area. Definitely didn't want to hold on to it too long with all this negative delta coming in on the ES. This is the 5 minute ES. We're about to close with 2000 negative delta here on the ES. The NQ delta is pretty light though. We got these wicks down here at 620. We got whole number. Then we got the S1 pivot at 450. Just grabbed a long off of pre-market low right here. Bounced right up off this level. Right back up to this 50% line. Bounced up 30 points, now back down 30 points. We've had red on red action on the 1 minute since 9:35. Just been drifting lower. Cumulative delta on the higher time frame 5 minute. The background's been red all morning long here. I just took a long down here as we broke whole number pretty fast and furious. Was looking for it to pull back up to whole number. Just popped up almost 40 points there. Got some of these special signals from the new Bollinger based indicator. Had a washout signal, a bounce signal to the upside. All kinds of reasons for a bounce long. Getting a mighty bounce from this area down here. Bollinger candles went green. Just been sailing back up. Huge bottom wick on the 5 minute. Point of control way down in the wick. It's on a tear. It was like 200 points just a few minutes. And yeah, everything is running absolutely flawlessly. No delays, no lag. My computer fans have not turned on even once today. So everything's humming, working in beautiful harmony. I kind of wonder if that fluxometer issue was more of a data issue from mixing the data streams and all the weird Tradeify issues that have been going on the past couple weeks. Either way, I've made this thing extra speedy now. Just grabbed a long on this pullback. Had to jump in on this party. That is a lot of momentum. Bagged another 10 points. Up pretty good in the Lucid accounts. I'm sure I'll have another couple months of amazing trading and then one random day be faced with one crucial moment that will decide whether or not I throw away the last 2 months of solid trading in less than 2 minutes. That's still the main issue that I deal with, that one crucial moment when I decide to either throw it all away or just accept a loss for the day. It's different vibes with the prop firms and not trading with my own money. Both beneficially and also sometimes I just have the tendency to not treat it as serious. because it's more just like a video game. Either way, I definitely enjoy trading with the props more than I do with my own money. Just got some special Bollinger based signals up here, getting a really nice pullback. This purple arrow, that is a washout signal from the delta percentage, and these light blue and light pink arrows, that's divergence from the delta percentage. And then these yellow, green, and red arrows, that's from the new Bollinger based indicator. So as soon as we came down to whole number, it's really close to 15-minute center. Had to go for a bounce long off of this area. Just popped up 20 points. Grabbed another 10. Had a huge top wick on this 5-minute candle. Point of control way up in the wick. Definitely moving lower on the next 5-minute candle here. Double Heikin Ashi from the flow stack. Went bearish up here. Cumulative delta went bearish. Imbalance signal to the downside. A ton of negative delta on both the NQ and the ES here. We just barreled back down. Some great price action this morning. Just grabbed another long. I'm just looking at these wicks on the last 3 1-minute candles. Big bottom wicks on the last 3 1-minute candles. Rejected right off a 15-minute center. Went for the long. Just popped up another 50 points. I love getting instantaneous fills. I should probably move my take profit a little bit wider when the market's moving this crazy, but just trying to stay focused. Take my usual trade setups. Went for one more long right around 15-minute center here. Still bullish on the Bollinger candles. We're getting some hesitation here, so the percentage of imbalances was negligible on the 5-minute candle. It's pretty much been right around 50% for the past 4 or 5-minute candles, so very indecisive. Just grabbed another long. It's 10:01. Looking at these 1-hour candles, big bottom wicks on the 1-hour candles. We started getting a lot of momentum to the upside. Had 2 imbalance signals to the upside. Positive delta on the NQ and the ES. Then it really started coming through on this candle. Hopped in on the long party here. Grabbed another 10 points. Up a couple $100 in the Lucid accounts. Stacking the micros. Just kind of sitting on the sidelines. Haven't seen anything super tempting yet. If we do break above this area we got held up a little bit ago, don't have anything in the way until yesterday's point of control up here at 900. If we keep staying above VWAP and the 250 SMA as we approach 1030, I'll definitely be more interested in a long. We'll see what happens in the next 15 minutes or so. So we pulled right down to the 250 SMA. I thought about buying right here, but this candle was looking pretty bearish, so stayed out of it. If it was closer to 1030, I would have been more interested, but we just got a huge bounce, up 90 points off the 250 SMA. Also had a cluster of 50% levels and pre-market center down here. We still have 8 minutes to go until 1030. See if I can find one more trade. We've been so choppy the past 20 minutes. I have not gotten any Bollinger Band based signals. I tried taking a long back here when we popped above VWAP. Ended up getting out for break even. You can see the percentages of imbalances have been positive. These past 2 candles on the 5-minute, we've been wicking off of VWAP. Now we're getting a nice push up. We've had some green on green action on the 1-minute. Just a couple minutes to 1030. Gonna give it a few more minutes. All right, it's 1030. I got my one more long for the day that I was looking for. Check out this 5-minute candle. Very nice full-bodied candle. Look at the delta on the NQ and the ES. Very strong. Had nothing in the way after this breakout of current day open up till yesterday's point of control. So plenty of room to grab some points. Just popped up 50 points from where I got in. So I'm going to be done for the day. I appreciate you taking the time to tune in. Anyone that's out there using code MonkeyMan is the absolute best. Thanks so much for your support. I just grabbed these Lucid accounts at 40% off. Some 25K Lucid Flex accounts. $60 if you use code MonkeyMan. And there's no monthly subscription fee and no activation fee. So for $60, it's all in. You can take as long as you want. If you pass the evaluation, you get moved into a funded account right away. There's no extra fees, just a one-time fee. Definitely feel like it's the best deal out there. There are links to all the MMT indicators in the description. Got the lovely flow stack showing the delta for the NQ and the ES on both the 1-minute and the 5-minute charts. Also painting the candles based off of Heikin Ashi alignment. I've got the key levels on all the charts. giving me all these great levels to trade off of. The MMT 50/50 showing me 50% lines across 3 different time frames, as well as a special 50% wicks level. All kinds of good stuff. I wish you best of luck in your trading. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Got about 5 minutes to go into the New York Open. I've simplified my chart setup just a little bit. I got rid of the 15-minute chart on the left with the level 2 data. I put the level 2 data on my 1-minute chart. Then I copy pasted this 1-minute chart over to the 5-minute. So I've got 2 NQ charts right now, a 1-minute and a 5-minute. And on the 5-minute chart, I got rid of the next level 2 data, and I put the fluxometer on the 5-minute chart. You can see the percentages of imbalances below the candles. And then this histogram is the imbalances for the current candle and the previous candle. On both charts I have the flow stack showing me the delta for the NQ and the ES. It's also painting the candles, looking for when the Heikin Ashi is in alignment on both the NQ and the ES. Then I've got the trend and reversal painting the background on both charts with the cumulative delta as an input. Got the MMT polarity on the 1-minute showing me imbalance signals and washout signals. And then my 60-minute chart, this is the MNQ chart. I'm going to be trading the micros on this chart, copy trading all my Tradeify accounts, completely leaving out the rhythmic account from any of the trade copier loop so I don't get any crazy issues. I'm just using the rhythmic connection to get my level 2 data that I paid extra for through my Apex Trader Funding rhythmic connection. I've bumped up the width of the next level histogram to an 8, I think, so I can see these histogram lines over top of any of my key levels. And I was just about to press the buy button there. I was thinking if we came down to VWAP, it'd be nice to have a little bounce off of VWAP, but it started coming down pretty fast and furious, and then when I got ready to press the buy button, it already took off. Had a washout signal, imbalance signal to the upside up here. We got point of control stuck down on the wick. Well, it just moved up, so maybe we'll get a little drop back down here. This is a brand new version of the fluxometer I've been testing out the past couple days. There's also an updated version of the flow stack available in your WAP user area. There's just a couple little tiny bugs. I don't even think anyone noticed. Found a couple, fixed them. That is also running amazingly smoothly. So far we're just kind of ranging between VWAP and the 20 SMA. First few minutes of the open. Just grabbed a short here on this candle. We had a bunch of negative delta coming through. Cumulative delta. Background went bearish. We're already bearish across the board on the 5-minute. Grabbed a 10-point short there. We'd just been ranging back and forth for the past 4 minutes, so thought there was a good chance we'd pull back to VWAP. There was a pretty big delay getting into my first trade on Tradeify, but everything is getting closed out appropriately. I'm not sure about having the charts running off of rhythmic and then copy trading off of the Tradeify. Might have to pony up and spend the $48 a month on the Tradeify level 2 or just not use it anymore. That's usually what stops me from using level 2 data, all the extra fees. Getting a hold up at VWAP again, just bouncing back and forth here. Got this big imbalance stuck up here, 76. If we do break above 79, might be headed up 10 points maybe. Broke above 79 and immediately popped up 10 points. Got up to 91 there. I did not take the breakout trade. I was caught up doing a couple other things here. I just grabbed a bounce long off of the pivot point. Right below it we had a cluster of key levels. We had two 50% lines, a daily 50% line which we bounced off of pretty much to the tick, and a 4-hour 50% line, and also yesterday's open, and then another 50% line from the 1-hour time frame right below it. So really big cluster there. I felt okay about taking the pivot point bounce. Added some more micros to the pile. Just bounced up 30 points from the pivot point there. I was tempted to go short on this last 5-minute candle. We had a ton of negative delta coming in on the ES and the NQ on the 5-minute. And then point of control way up into this top wick. All these trapped buyers up here. We definitely got a nice push down afterwards. Got some bigger buy orders sitting at 215 and 200. Also have some nice 50% levels down here in this area as well. I just had an interesting issue. My NinjaTrader just completely randomly shut down completely, and I had to restart it, reconnect everything. I heard Tradeify crashed, so maybe that's what happened. I got some error messages in my log saying that the data was super delayed and might be causing issues, so I'm going to send that to NinjaTrader. Alright, we're still getting drawn down towards this big liquidity down here at 200. So I took a long down here. We had a washout signal that was pretty strong and an imbalance signal coming down pretty close to whole number. Hopped into a long, I think I got 7 or 8 points. Had another 5-minute candle with a huge amount of delta on the NQ and the ES, 1100 and 2300 on this 5-minute candle. After the close of this candle, popped down 30 points, no drawdown. But we did have point of control drawn down into this bottom wick. All those buyers around 180 just got filled. Now we're getting a 40-point bounce to the upside. So we're just kind of chopping around here. I think I need to go make another cup of hot chocolate. This 1 hour candle, definitely pretty bearish. I like the idea of some kind of short between now and 10:35. Ideally if we could get a nice pullback. I took a bad trade back here. Tried to hop in on this big bullish candle. We had a bunch of positive delta on the NQ, but as I had already mentioned, I was looking for a short coming into 10:30. So we got the pullback. I should have been looking for a short more than anything, but we also had this top wick, point of control up into the wick, so not ideal. We pulled back to the 20, got a nice bounce off the 20. I suppose I could have made that trade work, but I took a loss on it, and then we got the pullback up to the 250 area. Then we just got the short that I was looking for coming into 10:30. That's a 70-point drop off by 10:34. So yeah, that was just kind of a bad trade, and then I didn't follow through on the trade that I was looking for. So now I'm thinking about sticking around for another half hour, an hour, see if I can find any other good trades. And if you missed me mentioning it yesterday, I always like to use my level 2 data on the regular NQ chart. I don't like to use the level 2 data on the micro NASDAQ. You just get so many crazy orders. For me, it's just not very helpful to have the level 2 data on the MNQ. It's totally different than the regular NQ. So in my own personal trading, I definitely only use the level 2 on the regular NQ, not the MNQ. So I had a full tilt moment a little bit after 10:30. I blew all the accounts that I had. I had a really messed up dream this morning before I woke up. Definitely seemed to foreshadow that I was going to do something stupid. So I just grabbed a new Lucid Flex account. I've definitely not been taking trading discipline very seriously. We've had some great price action today. I was able to stack the micros pretty quick on the new Lucid account. It's almost noon. I'm going to call it a day there. I appreciate you taking the time to tune in. I wish you best of luck in your trading. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.